Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Twinning with Rice and Cookie. I'm Rice.
And I'm Cookie, and today we are baking in the kitchen. We are making banana bread.
I'm mashing bananas. Oops.
Yeah. This is Bon Appetit's recipe. And supposedly it's good. I don't know. We've never had it before.
So we are reducing the sugar.
We are. Because apparently the reviews say it's very sweet. So.
Well, it didn't necessarily say that. It said some people said that they used less sugar than what the recipe called for, and they thought it was a good move. So
we're gonna follow their example.
that's what we're gonna do.
Sorry, I've got to just pull up the comment thing so that the chat box so we can actually respond to people.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So just a one-sided conversation.
Yeah. Oop. No, we don't need to hear that.
No, we don't. So we are going on a little mini vacation this weekend starting tomorrow. And I thought, I have all these super ripe bananas. What can we do with them? And I thought, you know what? We should make some banana bread to bring with us. And so here we are.
Yeah, but we don't know how much banana bread we're making yet because it depends on how many bananas we have. Because, like, in addition to Rice's bananas, she had 3 that were really ripe. I have 3 more, and they are, like, just ripe. So, ta-da.
Okay.
Offer it up to the camera. Yeah, so we might have to dip into these. I don't know. Honestly, they're gonna go bad if, like, we don't use them. But, you know, I could always eat a banana tomorrow. Like, that's not the end of the world. So.
Yeah, I was gonna bring 4 bananas over, but then I decided to have one with my breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
So then I only have 3. Okay, because I think the recipe calls for, what, 2 cups of banana?
This is 1.5 cups.
1.5 cups. Well, I don't know how much this is.
Yeah, we'll just find out.
Do you want me to just use the half cup?
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna, here's a spatula to help you clean.
Okay. Yeah, so we figured we'd figure out the whole,
It's already preheated?
Yeah, I guess.
But we're not ready yet.
I decided I'd get a head start on the bananas because that kind of determines the quantities for everything. So here we go. I think I have a little less than 1.5 cups.
I think so too. The pot thickens.
So what do you think? Should I mash yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least, do you think we should do like 2 of them, or do you think just 1?
If we wanted to do just a single batch, we could just do 1.
Yeah.
Up to you.
What do you think?
I don't know. I guess 1 loaf would be fine. It's just there's going to be 7 of us eating it.
I mean, but that's okay because there's other things that
We can
will
eat.
be available to eat. So I think doing just 1 is fine.
Okay. What'd you say?
Like cheese balls.
Yeah. I guess just buy a big, those big containers of cheese balls.
You could show it to...
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that's where they went. Ah, yes. Cheese balls. I feel like the first time I had them, I think, was at one swim meet, maybe. Mom and Dad bought them when
Mom
we were
and
at
Dad
the
bought
hotel.
them?
Yeah, when we were at the hotel. This was like
What?
when we were, I don't know, 9 or something, and I just remember eating so many of them.
Here's the banana peel. I do not recall that first cheese ball event, but I don't doubt it. I thought it would be more likely. I hate when bananas have
Have the stringy
weird
things.
strings.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it would be more likely that someone else had bought the cheese balls and we just kind of mooched off of them.
No, Mom and Dad bought them.
Okay.
Do you want me to start measuring out like flour and stuff?
Sure.
Whisk the flour, baking soda, and salt.
So that's going in this
that one?
water bowl. Yeah. So we read the recipe ahead of time.
I actually didn't read the instructions. I just read the ingredients.
Oh, I read the instructions. So it's always a good idea, so you have an idea of what to expect. Yeah, some of my bananas had a lot of pretty like thick, dark stringies. So if you're making banana bread, keep an eye out, because no one wants to eat that.
Nope. I mean, it's fine. I think if it's.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. If it's in your banana bread. And we apologize for the delay in stream because we've been missing the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we're here now.
And that's what matters.
We had some computer issues.
Yeah, our computer just totally like. I honestly don't really know exactly what went wrong. That's Argus's domain. But basically we lost everything on the computer.
Oh no.
So it's not sure if he says. Well, we lost access to it, maybe. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it.
All right, bananas are officially mashed.
All right, so I'm gonna go for flour. I'm doing 1 cup of all-purpose, and then I'm gonna do half a cup of the wheat.
Okay, flour. I will get started on the liquid ingredients. I think I need the hand mixer though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
For the butter.
Here's the beaters. Here's the mixer.
Thanks. Maybe we should trade spots.
Probably. We can do that. Now, hopefully the butter has softened enough. I mean, probably, maybe.
Okay. Well, I will, once I make sure I use, 1/4 cup half stick butter. I'll chop it up as I'm looking at the rest of the instructions. Okay. Well, so in the past couple weeks, our work has said you have to come into the office 3 times a week now. So that's been a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
But we've been making do.
I heard something interesting that maybe it makes work in the office not quite so bleak. Where, so the thing is, when they first told us we were returning to the office, they said for the month of July, you're coming in
3 days.
No, first they said 5 days per pay period, which means like 2 days 1 week, 3 days the next week. And then they said you're doing 4 days in
August.
Yeah, in August, and then 5 days in September. But then they modified it to be, oh no, you're gonna come in 3 days a week, but maybe they never said the stop date for the 3 days a week. That's what one of my friends said, so I'm hoping she's right in that maybe that's the current plan, that we're just sticking with 3 days a week. I'm hoping she's right. Well, she said that she's gonna fight for that, like maybe that's not how most people are interpreting it. That's her hope. So I'm also hopeful now, so we'll see. So I need 1 1/4 teaspoon baking soda.
Oh, there's a little fruit fly.
Oh no, we've got all these bananas.
I know. Alright. I have made that so that we can see both at the same time.
Oh, good.
Okie doke. Electric mixer, beat brown sugar, mascarpone, and butter. Because we're using mascarpone cheese again.
Yep. Good thing we have extra from when we did the whipped cream for the things. Cream puffs, that's what they're called.
That's what we made.
So should I do 2/3 cups brown sugar? Yeah, I think that's a good amount. Yeah, and if you need more, like I think there should be 2/3 of a cup in there. We're done with bananas now, right?
Yes. Do you use a spoon to scoop out of this?
Yeah, here.
always so weird cooking in someone else's kitchen?
Honestly, like, I would use that to just kind of like get as much in it as I can without, you know.
Yeah.
And then use the spoon to like pack it and to supplement. Okay. Yeah, I wish the opening was wider.
I know.
It's the worst. But like at the same time, I really like this jar because it keeps the brown sugar fresh.
It is a nice jar.
3/4.
I love the smell of brown sugar. That molasses, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oops, that was like way too much.
Oh, Iron Feast is here and says, always. I did miss when you said that, so I'm sorry. But yeah, so we're making some banana bread. Do you have any favorite kind of other breads? Because when I was thinking about breads to make, my first thought was pumpkin bread.
Oh, was it?
But I don't have any pumpkin at home.
I think my first thought would be zucchini bread.
Oh, actually, that was my first thought.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't pick up any zucchini at the market, so I'm like, well, that's out. And then I thought of pumpkin, and, you know, that was a no-go.
Yeah.
I didn't have any pumpkin. And then I was like, oh, but wait, I have a whole bunch of bananas. So that's what we're going. Oh, I still need that third cup. Darn it. What did I do with it? Oh, it's here. I thought I put it.
What do you need it for?
The mascarpone.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh, there's
so,
like none in here.
No, I know. There's very little in there. But we have lots of sour cream, and I also pulled out my yogurt in case we wanted to use, so the recipe calls for Greek yogurt, which this is not Greek yogurt, so that's my only hesitation with using this.
Yeah.
So do you think sour cream to supplement?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Here, and I don't know if you can really get much more out of there, but I was gonna say you could use the spatula if you want to be really thorough, but
I don't
whatever
think so.
you want to do, that's fine. Oh, Bryce, I meant to show you that I had raspberries that we could have eaten with dinner.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah,
And
they're like a light pink.
I
raspberry.
saw them in there,
Yeah.
and I was kind of curious about them, but I was like, oh, well, I am not gonna just grab some. And
You coulda.
Iron Feast is asking if we're gonna put nuts or chocolate in the bread. That's a great question.
Well, so are we gonna do muffins then, since we're only doing a single batch?
Probably not.
Well, I'm only asking because like Argus can't eat walnuts. So then if we wanted to have some with walnuts, then we could do muffins.
Okay. See, I personally like
The bread's better.
No, I was gonna say I do like breads more than muffins.
I do too.
But muffins cook a lot quicker,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. And they, you know, also give you a little more customization.
Yeah, so we could do some with chocolate
Opportunities.
chips too.
But I was gonna say I really like walnuts by themselves are fine. I'm not a huge fan. But I really like walnuts in specifically banana bread and carrot cake. Those are like my favorite uses for it.
Do we need eggs now?
Not yet, I gotta whip this first.
Okay.
But I'm done with the sour cream.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah, that was kind of sloppy on my part.
Well, no, you didn't close it all the way. I wasn't convinced, but you did.
Dr. Iron Feast, do you like walnuts or chocolate chips in yours? I sometimes feel like the chocolate chip overpowers the banana. So I'm not as into chocolate chips in my banana bread.
I agree with that.
Okay, so I need to, brown sugar, mascarpone, butter. Just want to make sure I had everything.
Yeah. Did you know that our brother, Dr. Waffle, didn't realize that sugar counted as a wet ingredient?
No, I mean, but it's not surprising because he doesn't really cook or bake.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just surprised it ever came up in conversation.
It didn't come up in conversation. It came up in action.
Oh.
Because we had decided last weekend when I was at our parents' house, our parents were all like, what do you guys want for breakfast? And I'm like, honestly, I haven't had oatmeal waffles in forever because our family always makes them at Christmas time, but I always spend Christmas at Argus's family.
So I don't ever get the oatmeal waffles. I was like, I kind of want oatmeal waffles. So then
Nice.
everyone's like, I'll have oatmeal waffles. So, yeah, so we were all helping. Of course, Mom's like, first, oh, Cookie, help me. And then it's like, oh, yeah, you're not going to ask Dr. Waffles, who's right there sitting next to me. You're not going to ask him. But he did come and help. And so he mixed the sugar in with the dry ingredients.
Oh, no.
And I said, don't you know, it's a wet ingredient.
And Christian Sour Patch has a joke for us.
Okay.
I'd
Is
love
it a
to hear
good joke?
And we're generally pretty family friendly, so just as a
Yeah.
heads up that, you know, if it's a dirty joke or, you know, something that this probably isn't the stream for it. Just as a fair warning. But I think this is starting to look pretty good. It's always kind of loud.
Yeah.
If you get it right, pat her on the back. That's not the joke, is it? So is it more of a riddle?
No, I think they're just saying if you get it, what do you call a pig that does karate? A pork chop. I think I could have gotten that one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that one ever comes up in Toy Story, but I feel like it could because
They call him Dr. Pork Chop.
yeah, isn't that his name?
I
Oh, no,
that's
his
his
name's-
villain name.
His name's Ham. You're
Yeah,
right.
with 2 M's, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're ready for eggs.
Okay.
So add eggs one at a time, beating to blend after each addition and scraping down sides and bottom of bowl as needed. All right, there's one. So when we were in high school, we both took a gourmet class because it was a fun elective you could do.
Yeah.
And our teacher always said to crack eggs, if you were going to be adding eggs to batter, to crack it into a separate bowl. So in case you got any shells, you could easily fish them out.
Oh, but I'm a pro.
Oh, I got to pat you for getting the pork chop.
But I didn't actually get it though.
But you
I said I probably could have,
have.
but who knows? I'm pretty bad when I'm put on the spot though. I can't think straight.
Dr. Iron Feast gotta go get dinner. Good luck with the
All
bread / muffins. Thank you. We need one more.
Oh, I thought we only needed 2.
Oh. Oh, no, you're right.
So
I'm
I had
sorry.
4 out just because I wasn't sure if we were doing a double batch.
Okay. All right, cool. So this is all mixed. So now we add in the flour mix and mix until just combined.
Okay, here we go.
And next comes the bananas, and I think we fold those.
Did we decide on doing muffins? Did we ever come to a conclusion?
I don't think we ever did. What do you think?
I mean, I think if we want to do some with nuts and some not, I think that we have to. Muffins.
Yeah, let's do muffins then. Okay, I think this is done.
I'm going to grease this up.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And so here's the banana mixture, because I'm sure you're gonna need that.
I'm gonna leave these for you in case you wanted to eat it.
I might. We'll see. We've still got lots of things to do.
All right. Oh, so you know, it doesn't say to, it says to fold in chocolate or walnuts if using. So I probably could have kept that.
Do you want to keep it?
Yeah, I'll keep it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm behind on the chat.
Oh, I can check.
Say, Christian, you ain't going anywhere. You're stuck with us. And laugh.
Read my chat.
You ain't going anywhere.
Now, question for
Ain't.
you.
Have you ever used the word ain't?
I mean, I think I've said ain't as like a, like,
As
seriously.
a joke sort of thing?
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of a southern thing.
I think it is too.
Or maybe a Midwest thing. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Oh, maybe Southern.
So I was gonna ask you, usually with like doing muffins and stuff, I make a mixed paste thing that you like rub into the pan. Because I was just about to use just plain old coconut oil, but I think it'll stick more than if I just do my mixture thing.
Yeah,
Like, what do you think?
I've had mixed results with coconut oil.
Okay.
Let me go. No, Christian, you're stuck with us. Well, no, you could go if you really wanted to. Ooh. Where are you from, Christian? We kind of like to get an idea of where people are from, just to get an idea of where people are tuning in from. We are from Western New York State, not New York City.
Not New York City.
Can you blow me a burp? How do you even do
That
that?
sounds disgusting. I will not.
Okay, we're gonna say that's good then. Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't burp
notes.
on command.
Guns is in Hawaii. Are you always in Hawaii, Guns? I didn't. If you have always been in Hawaii, I never realized you hailed from so far away. Flour, oil, shortening.
I need flour, oil, and shortening.
Yeah. I already got the shortening.
All right, cool. So,
Guns has lived there all his life. What?
oh, I didn't realize that. We're in Hawaii.
Aloha.
We've both been to Hawaii on separate occasions.
Mhm.
So Oahu. Okay. I have not been to Oahu, but
I went
Cookie
there.
has.
We went to go see Pearl Harbor, and then we ate malasadas.
What is malasada?
I think that's the correct word. It's kind of like a donut that's filled with like a custard, kind of like a punch cake.
Okay.
It was good. They have a lot of different flavors of like custard stuff.
Christian says you're hyenas.
Maybe from our laughing. Sometimes I feel like a
Maybe.
hyena. Sometimes I feel like anytime anyone laughs a lot, I do think of hyenas.
Guns says Leonard's.
Oh, yes, it was at Leonard's. It was the bakery.
Nice.
Our cousin had recommended it, so I was like, all right, we'll go there.
Yeah. And it was good?
Yeah, it was really good. We got half a dozen, so me and Argus each ate 3, which was, a healthy amount. We did not need more than that.
And Gun says noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cookie went to Oahu and the Big Island, and I just went to Maui. So we got 3 of the 4. Are there 4 Big Islands? Like 4?
4 main islands.
Yeah, 4 main islands. So yeah, 3 of the 4. Don't beat me up, Columbus. Yeah, this is for Columbus the city, not Columbus the person. Though I suppose Columbus the city was probably named for Columbus the person.
Probably.
But it's for a triathlon I did a few years ago. And it was, my husband and I did it with our brother and one of our cousin's wives. And it was fun to just, kind of do some friendly competition. I actually beat our brother, which was kind of exciting. He didn't see it coming. But yeah, it was fun. You didn't go.
I did not. Lots of people went to just spectate since there were because there were, you said our brother, but then also our cousin's wife did it too, right?
Yeah, I said.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, so there were lots of spectators. I did not go because I think I was doing something that weekend, or maybe I just said,
I don't want to drive that far.
I just don't want to drive that far.
Yeah. And Gun says that malasadas have a lot of sugar.
Oh, I'm sure they do. They were good.
Yes, a Christian says, don't beat me up, please. I will not beat you up. Because I have no idea where you live. And also, I've never beaten anybody up.
I don't even know how I would go about it.
I don't either. I really don't.
I have thought, like, what if someone, like, just decided to, like, attack me for whatever reason?
Oh,
I think my tactic is to, like, you know, just kind of duck and crouch.
well, I did go to a self-defense class a couple years ago, and so it was a Krav Maga class. Like, so it's this Krav Maga studio, and they're all about like street, kind of like street self-defense, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like karate, like, you know, you don't really throw the attack, but you defend yourself, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. But they had this like free clinic for self-defense, so I was like, oh,
That's probably a good thing to go to. As I said, I would just kind of crouch and hide.
Yeah, because this is when the office that I was working in, we were going from the suburbs to downtown.
Oh, and is that supposed to be like a statement about downtown?
No, well, I mean, some people were worried.
Really?
So I was like, you know what, like, I don't know anything about protecting myself, so I might as well go. So I went. It wasn't through work. My husband, I think he knows someone who's affiliated with this gym, so they were like, oh, we're having a self-defense, because I think they do them quarterly, and they're like women's self-defense classes. So what I learned is that your elbows are really powerful.
Oh, I knew that. Cause
Yeah. So like if someone were to like come up behind you and pick you up, you can like kind of try and jab them. Yeah. So. Yeah, so I was learning about that, yeah. Can you grab her and say you ain't going anywhere and laugh and trap her? No, we're not going to do that. You almost done with this mix here?
Almost. I gotta just stir it up.
Okay.
It's kind of gross, like all the stuff that goes into it, but
Yeah.
But you know, it's just to make sure things don't stick to the pan. So of course it's loaded with like fat and stuff.
Yeah.
Just oil shortening and flour. That's all it is.
And Argus timed out. Christian Sour Patch. Sorry, Christian. Yeah, and 16 messages were deleted by a moderator. All right.
Yeah. Don't make weird requests and that won't happen to you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hit my sister and tell her she's not going anywhere.
Nope. I live here, so of course I'm not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go back to my house. But that's after the stream.
Yeah.
Ogre's here. Hey, Grills. Great to see you again. Great to see you too, Ogre.
Yeah.
How is Sweden?
Is it sunny? I would expect so. It's the summer.
It is summer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've had kind of a string of cooler weather lately, which has been kind of nice because
But also rainy weather. It's
Yeah,
been
it has
raining
been
and
raining a
thundering a
lot.
lot.
Because we had a stretch where it was just really hot for a while. So yeah, so it's nice to have a little cooler weather. And by cooler, I mean it's still like mid 70s, upper 70s, probably upper 70s.
Yeah, I think mid. There were
Yeah.
some days, yeah, there was one day I think it was like low 70s.
So I'm gonna guess like 26 or 25 Celsius. Because 28 is 82.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know my Celsius very well. Okay, we're gonna start with that and see how far it gets us.
Okay.
Now I have washed my hands recently. I will admit I probably should have washed them again before just digging my hand in here, but you know, it's a little late for that now.
I think it's probably fine.
I think it's you know, it's all going in the oven. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't have like tons of cat hair on your hands.
No.
Then I think it's okay. And Ogre says super hot. Thank God for AC.
Oh.
Okay.
Did you know that AC was first invented in this city that we are in?
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because while we're not like in the South at all, the people here do not like the heat. So they said, oh, we need air conditioning.
Yeah. So my house, when I bought it, did not have air conditioning. And after the first summer where it was super hot and I was having trouble sleeping, I was like, we need air conditioning. So we got it installed because we moved in the fall. So that following summer was really hot. And I think that fall I was like, yeah, we're getting air conditioning. So,
Yeah. It's
so we
definitely
got
a good
it. We got it
investment.
installed, and it works great. Noger says, "No way, that's so cool."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the first city that was lit by electricity.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Look at
Yeah,
us.
it's kind of a big deal.
I mean, I guess, you know, back in the day, Buffalo was a big deal.
Yeah, certainly was.
Still is. Still is. Still is. Well, and I was talking to my coworkers because, you know, since we've been in the office,
Yeah.
and one of them said something about how Florida is projected to be like mostly underwater in like 30 years or something. Miami especially.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And I was like, oh, gotta get ready for the population boom.
That's what they keep saying. They keep
'Cause-
saying Buffalo is a climate refuge and that people will be moving here.
Yeah, you know, right now it seems kind of unlikely, but I think I could see it happening.
Yeah, I could.
But yeah, because with the West Coast being as crazy as it is.
Yeah, with like wildfires and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I mean, there's also a lot of places though that would also be considered like, you know, safe
Yeah.
places from
Like Ohio.
yeah, like all of Ohio.
Probably Minnesota too, Michigan.
Probably a lot of the states like around the Great Lakes would
Yeah.
be okay.
And Ogre says Nikola Tesla lived there, or it might be later.
I know he has like a research or had like a research test lab up in
there's-
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, there's a statue of him at Niagara Falls Park.
Yeah. So I think I don't know.
Yeah, because I think he did some work with hydroelectric power.
Yeah, so I think you know use Niagara Falls a lot with this. I don't really know
I
too
would.
much about it. I mean, it makes sense.
I would if, you know, that's
It's a great resource.
yeah. The water just keeps flowing until, you know, one day when it probably won't, but
Oh gosh, I can't even imagine when that would be. I put like too much of this stuff in. I'm trying to like spread it around at this point, but you know, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna, how many do you think we should make without walnuts?
What do you want to do, like half and half?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. If I had to take a guess, I would guess that Dr. Waffle likes them without walnuts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Christian's back. Says hi. I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome back. All right, you almost ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, here comes the fun part.
Are you kidding me? This is the worst part.
I never know how high to fill them because sometimes they grow a ton and then other times they don't.
Yeah. I'll see if the instructions say anything.
Well, it calls for a bread pan.
Yeah, but
So,
maybe.
I don't think you're gonna find instructions for muffins unless it says.
I was
if
gonna say
you're
maybe
making-
in one of the reviews they talk about it.
Sometimes people say, oh, if you're making muffins, do this.
Yeah.
Or I did this when I used muffins. Are you Lion King hyenas?
No, it says you are. It's a statement.
Oh. We are.
And
I
Ogre
do
says,
like the Lion King hyenas.
Ogre says it would be so cool if you could get free energy going. Imagine not having to fuel up the cars.
That would be
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
I mean, my dream is, well, first to have a house, second to geothermal, but third solar panels, and then fourth an electric car, so that I would use the solar energy
Look
to
at
fuel
you.
my car. But this is a long way down the road because I just have an apartment.
This will probably be when she's 80 years old.
Oh, I hope not that long, but you know.
Oh,
it's
I
a big
already
dream.
did 6.
Oh, that was quick. I
Yeah.
feel like this is gonna make more than.
More than 12.
Yeah.
Well, should I do like another couple? I'll do another 1.
Okay. And then we can toss in
Some walnuts.
Right. I was looking for muffins.
Which
This one's
actually,
gonna
I
be-
guess I should chop some, huh?
Yeah. I have like one of those chopper things.
Where is it? It's up here. And Ogre says, oh yeah, you already read that.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I have one of these, but I hardly ever use it because I think it's a pain to wash.
It is. since it is a pain to wash, because usually Argus does the dishes, but I try to wash this thing when I do use it because I know it is a pain. So this person baked muffins using this recipe for 23 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
Was that what I was looking for? Just the time?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh no, I was looking for how high to fill it up in the muffin pan, but they don't say. But we're not gonna say that.
Yeah,
Kristen.
we're not gonna do that. Okay, I think this is done. Oh, maybe a few more.
Do you think we should put more in?
We'll see how it looks. I don't know. What do you think?
I think a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that was too much? I don't know.
It's fine.
We'll make do.
Yeah. Our bodies are just a temporary shell.
In a few more lives, we will control no gravity and go wherever we feel like. I don't know. This seems a little out there, Ogre. But you know, if that's your belief, then you know, it's not like I know.
So I'm reading a book right now. It's part of a series, but I don't think I'm gonna continue on to the
Are
next.
the same books you're reading for your book club, or different books?
Different books.
Okay.
And so it's about like the future, and so anyways, there's all of these different colonies. Well, not colonies, I guess. So humans went on to Mars, and so people live on Mars, and then other people moved on, and they live in the asteroid belt.
Okay.
And the people who live there, they have they're not as like compact as what regular humans are because they have less gravity. So they're like extra tall and lean, and whenever they do like hand motions or shrugs or whatever, they do it with their hands because they're used to wearing more like atmospheric suits.
Yeah.
Which I thought, you know, was interesting. But the thing is, like, this book series, it's kind of there's a show, I think, based on it right now.
Okay. Is that on Netflix?
I don't know what it's on. But it has, like, some kind of horror-y, thriller type moments in it. And so that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe I won't continue.
Make it too spooky.
Yeah. Now, how do we mark which ones have walnuts? Because I almost wonder if we should like put some extra cinnamon on some of them or something.
I think we just
Put a walnut on
put a walnut on top.
Okay. Just so, you know,
Yeah, it's a good call.
then Argus doesn't accidentally eat one.
And like, it wouldn't be the end of the world if he ate one, but you know, he's not supposed to, so I try to.
Oh, you're putting a whole walnut.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, I was thinking like a half walnut, but
This way we can really tell. Although
Yeah.
this is just like a piece, so we'll work with what we have.
okay. Megalaria says the twins are back together again.
I know, and Zapper's here. Cheers.
Yep. Hi,
Cheers with my
Zapper.
walnut.
I got some water that I could
Yeah, cheers.
cheers with. So what was the time? 25?
23 to 25.
So I'll put these in. Do you have another muffin tin?
No, that's the thing.
No.
I know.
I guess I should have thought that there was a chance we would be doing muffins. I could have brought my muffin tin too. Because I was packing stuff this morning, and so like I packed my bread pan, and I packed flour, and I packed bananas, but
Well, so
I didn't think we were going to do muffins.
the only other thing we could use is this cake pan and do like a little mini
Sure.
banana bread
Let's do
cake.
it.
Okay.
I like it. We need that grease.
Yeah, I
And Wavewish is here and says, hi guys. Hi Wavewish.
Hey, Wavewish.
Yeah, we heard that, so apparently Wafewish's mom, who is our mom's sister, was like, hey, Rice and Cookies mom, you should meet us at our other sister's house and we'll all just hang out there. So, so they all met up and Wavewish went too, and I'm like, well, that would have been cool to go, but
No one invited
no
us.
one told
Wavewish.
us about it.
I totally would have gone if I had known it was a thing, like more than a week in advance.
And Ogre says, when you were really young, do you remember you could fly? I had that at around age 4 to 6, I believe.
You remembered that?
Oh, I
you
had
could
that
fly?
at age. Might have just been just normal dream stuff. So I had a dream that to fly, you had to swim breaststroke in the air. So like, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the Olympics, they do it better. But in my dream, so Cookie was never that great at that stroke.
No.
So everyone could fly but her. But I remember in my dream I was, flying, and our brother was at camp doing archery, and I kind of flew by the camp and saw them all
Said hello.
doing archery, even though I've never been to this camp and I don't even know.
I don't think they have archery.
Oh no,
there.
we did go once.
Did we?
Yeah, I think so. I think we went for some kind of banquet or dinner or something. But is it all good?
Yep, it's ready.
So, but yeah, it looked different in my dream, because in my dream it was on a lake, which.
We might want to just pour and.
Well, let me just scoop for first.
Well, Meglaris and his cousins had a get together recently. And told the aunts and uncles they weren't invited. Now they're getting together and not inviting any of us cousins.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fun.
I feel like our cousins have talked about doing something like that, like on our dad's side.
Yeah, but we've never actually done it.
We've never actually done it, and maybe never will. I don't know, but yeah. And Wavewish understands about us not being told about the get together.
Yeah, it sounded like
Yeah.
it was very last minute. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, our mom is a teacher, so she's off for the summer, and our dad is retired. So for Wafewish's mom to be like, oh, you guys should come, they were like, yeah, we totally should, because we can do that really easily.
Yeah.
Whereas Cookie and I, we'd have to at least get permission from work, but I mean, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't think they really ever say no when you ask for time off.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And Wavewish says that she wishes that we had been told sooner so we could have come too.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Yeah, and I got to see Robbie's new house, and it's huge.
That's what I've
I've
heard.
heard it's like,
So
I
one
don't
of our-
understand.
One of our cousins, I don't know what exactly he does. He works in the finance industry or something, but he is doing very well financially.
Yeah.
At least
so,
his house leads us to believe so.
So his family of 5, though, bought this house that's 5,000 square feet. And I just don't understand.
I mean, granted, it is in Baltimore, so it's not like they're buying it in San Francisco or
Right.
something.
I just
crazy.
don't understand why you would ever need a house that's so big. I mean, I'm sure they had a good reason to get that one. I feel like that's so big. But
All right, well, this is going to be pretty shallow.
it might rise.
But I
you know?
think it'll be all right.
And my lawyer says it's much harder to get cousins together, and the restaurant only had enough seats for the cousins. Well, there
Okay.
you go.
Should we throw this in with the muffins? Would it fit on the same rack? Because I don't want to do the bottom rack because.
Yeah, I think it would fit. We just have to rotate the muffins.
Okay. Yeah, just because then cook them at the same time.
Yeah, and that might need more time than the muffins, or maybe less time. I don't know. It's pretty not deep.
Yeah.
Muffins look good. All right. Okay.
There we go.
It's all in the oven.
And there's some more.
Ogre was saying that with the dream about flying, it might have been lucid dreaming, quite common at younger ages. You can do it if you want, just gotta read up about it. Yeah, I've heard about that, and it's it's like when you control what happens in your dream.
Oh,
So I think in my mind what happens is you're dreaming, but at some point you realize that you're dreaming, and then you can kind of like affect what's happening in the dream.
Okay.
I think.
I've never had that.
Or am I describing something different? And maybe lucid dreaming is something different than that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, McLaren says that 5,000 square feet is so huge.
Yeah.
It is. And what's interesting is that, so that cousin bought that house in Baltimore, and then another cousin bought a house almost the exact same size, only in
Colorado.
Denver.
I think it's near Denver.
Some Colorado city, like really like within weeks of each other, I think.
Yeah.
But,
and during a pandemic too, you know, when all the prices are up.
Yeah, I know I'm not looking to move anytime soon.
At least you could sell your house for a lot.
That's true.
But then you have to buy a house for a lot, so it's...
Right.
What am I...
Yeah, it would only really work out, I guess, if you were downsizing.
Yeah, because one of my coworkers bought a new house after having a different house. I don't really know why. I don't know. I think also maybe they saw like the lower interest rates or
maybe,
the whatever mortgage rates. But yeah, so he got a new house, and I was like, granted, I'm thinking about buying a house
Don't know what
soon,
to tell you.
so yeah, don't know.
Wayfish said she ended up not taking time off. She worked on Friday and Monday while they were traveling. She got pretty car sick, but it was worth it. Oh, that sucks. Car sick is not, like, I don't get car sick very often.
I get seasick though.
I do too.
That's not fun.
But yeah, it's nice to not have to take any time off. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or it says you can leave your body and travel wherever you want to.
Mm.
Sounds like the spirit world.
It kind of
From
does,
Avatar.
honestly. Yeah.
Oh, if you wanted to taste the batter.
Actually, yeah, I would like to try. But you know, Wayfish, speaking of Avatar, there is an Avatar podcast that I just found out about last weekend.
Did you start listening to it?
I did. So, because it's hosted by the voices of Korra and Zuko. And so the thing is, they're going through each episode and they're just kind of talking about it. And most of the stuff are things, you know, I already know, or it's just like they're recapping on the plot. I'm like, yes, I know what happens in this episode. But they talked, I don't know how I never even realized it. They talked about Appa, and it's like, oh, well, he's a sky bison, obviously. But he's part manatee. That's his other animal. The tail, the way he flies, it all makes so much sense. That
does make sense.
I just never thought about it.
I never thought about it either.
So I learned that by watching the podcast, and then they also did like a 2-part episode that was them just interviewing the creators of Avatar. So that was cool. And then they talked a little bit about Avatar Studios and future things in the works. They did not get into details, but they said that they wanted each thing that they made to have like its own distinct feel and to like, but still, you know, feel like it's part of the Avatar universe. Mm-hmm. I'm just super excited about new Avatar content made by the original creators. So,
and very excited. Didn't know that about Appa either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really didn't ever think about what he was mixed with.
I guess I thought maybe part beaver or something, because the tail is so...
I should have realized.
I know.
But at least it's not like a saber-toothed moose lion who, you know, is a whole bunch of different animals.
Mm-hmm.
Ogre says, haven't tried it yet, just a few books about it, but sounds cool, right? It does sound really cool. You'll have to let us know how it goes, because, yeah,
the lucid dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I mean, I've never heard about that. Like, the concept for me is new.
Okay, sorry. I've got to look up what the podcast is called.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember what it's called?
It's called Avatar: Braving the Elements. So they come out with, like, one episode a week.
So you're doing Stitcher?
Yeah, because you recommended it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's more like I've never listened to a podcast before in my life, and I'm like, finally, I want to listen to this podcast. So I knew Rice was big on podcasts. So I'm like, what do you use to listen to your podcasts?
Yeah, it's not the best, but honestly,
yes, that's correct. She just
okay. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know what one would be better. Like, I know there's Apple Podcasts, but I don't think we can use that with our phones because we don't have iPhones. So nor do I want one. But yeah, so I feel like with, oh, you didn't want any more?
Oh, I mean, I will. Did you want any?
I shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Concerned
raw
about the eggs, yeah. I mean, I'll
And
have
the
some
flour.
later.
The flour too.
Yeah, I've heard that. Apparently you're not supposed to eat raw flour. I mean, like, mixed in stuff.
Growing up, we ate so much cookie dough with raw flour.
But apparently, like, is it just more salmonella?
I think so.
Because it's not just in raw eggs, apparently. It can be in your uncooked flour.
Maybe it's not in the...
it might be something different.
I don't know,
some
but like
other
the bag
concern.
of flour has a warning on it, which, you know, I didn't really realize until probably like a couple months ago.
I mean, honestly, I don't even, like, my bags of flour just get thrown out, or like recycled, because like I don't, you know, I empty it into another container and then I'm like, that's it, goodbye bag of flour. So.
I mean, I usually do too, but you know, whenever I dump the new bag into my container, I'm like, there's a warning here.
It's good to know. I'll look for it.
Don't eat raw flour,
I'll look for it next time.
Yeah, because I remember there was one time in high school when I was feeling sick, and our older sister was making chocolate chip cookies because she used to make them all the time. And I was like, can I just have some cookie dough? And she's like, of course, because you're sick. So here.
And then did you like throw it up immediately?
No, I didn't. But I ate so much of it. Like I ate probably at least a full cookie, if not 2 cookies worth of cookie dough. But you know, it was good.
Well, because it's just the way you were telling that story, it makes me think of, there was one time when I was like so sick and no matter what I ate, I would just throw it up immediately.
I remember that.
And I remember our mom was dropping off Rice for like tennis lessons or something. And so of course I went along for the ride because I'm sick and no one's at home to watch me if I stay. So I think that you were eating grapes as like a snack before her tennis lesson. And when my mom and her left the car and I was still in there, I was just like, just one grape. It's got like liquid in it. I'm like, that's gotta be good for me, right? So I had like one grape and immediately I threw it up.
So gross.
It was really bad. I threw up 33 times.
In one day.
No, was it one day? I wasn't sure.
I thought it was one day.
I can't remember if it was one day or just the time I was sick, because I don't think I was sick for that long.
No, I thought it was a whole day.
Yeah, so that was sad.
And Bloth80 says dancers. I missed.
Yeah,
I don't know when that came in. I'm sorry.
And Ogre found a new favorite podcast also. It's Jeff Mara. Try a couple episodes. You'll love it.
Jeff Mara.
What's it about? Can you give us like a quick Spark Notes, you know?
Ogre, are you the one who recommended Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend? Because I have listened to, not a ton of them, but like only when I recognize the person. But I've listened to probably like 10 episodes or so, but because they're a bit long for me, but they are good. I like them. Who had one that was really good? Oh, you haven't seen Always Be My Maybe, have you? It's a Netflix movie, but I can't even remember her name. That's pretty bad. The main actress in that, she's a comedian.
Okay.
But I thought her interview was really funny. And Amy Schumer had one too that I thought was good.
Here, I'm just gonna write Jeff Mara, just, you know, so otherwise it might get lost in the chat.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll taste a little. I think it tastes good.
Yeah.
Because we were gonna do a different banana bread recipe, but then I had written, because it was in one of my cookbooks, and my note at the top of it said like, it's fine. So I'm like, well, if we're gonna be bringing banana bread and sharing it with people, I don't want it to be just fine. So
we looked for a new recipe.
Yeah.
So we did the Bon Appetit recipe, and we did only 2/3 of the amount of brown sugar, because other people in the reviews said that it didn't need so much sugar.
Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah.
But yeah, in case anybody felt like having banana bread after watching this, you know, that's the recipe we used.
Mm-hmm. Also, Rice, I was going to tell you that I watched, so between my book club books, because we always have a week off, I read The Notebook. because I've never seen the movie.
I saw it sitting there.
Yep. So I finished reading it, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the movie now. So I watched the movie, and honestly, like, because when I've looked up in the past, like, oh, what are some good movies to watch for like Valentine's Day or something?
It always shows
It
up.
always shows up. And
I've never seen it though.
I didn't know anything about it, and so after reading it and then watching the movie, I'm like, honestly, I think it's kind of boring. I don't think it deserves all the hype it gets, so that's my review.
Is that Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling?
Mm-hmm.
We're so Steve Tiger and I are watching through all the Marvel movies, and we are currently on Doctor Strange.
That sounds pretty far.
Yeah, I mean we're fairly far. We're in.
I've never seen Doctor Strange.
I think we're in like stage 3, and there's 4 stages of the Marvel movies.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rachel McAdams is in that with opposite Benedict Cumberbatch, and looking at them, I'm like, he looks way too old for her.
Yeah, so she's the love interest?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, like they had been together, and then they're like kind of broken up, sort of thing. But then I Googled it, or
because she's probably older now.
Well, yeah. But they're only 2 years apart, so I'm like, oh, whatever. So I think he would, like, right now he's 44 and she's 42, so it's like, okay, I was wrong. I think he just, like, has an older looking face. And he was, like, starting to gray here, which, like, she wasn't, because,
She probably colors it.
Yeah. I don't know when people start to turn gray. I should keep an eye on.
I've already had my first gray hair. It happened, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. I was just like, oh my gosh, that hair is white.
Yeah.
So I pulled it out.
I don't know when you like get noticeably gray. And Ogre says the guy interviewing people who had NDE. Oh, I don't know what NDE is.
They died for a few minutes and then came back.
Oh, okay.
Describing what happened when they were gone. Interesting.
Yeah, that does sound. I don't know. It just sounds strange.
I feel like, I mean, granted, I don't know anything. I've never died and then come back, but I kind of feel like in my head when you die, it's kind of like when you're asleep and like, it's just nothing. Like you're not that's what I imagine. So I feel like if I, were to die and then come back, it's like, I feel like I'd just be like, nothing happened.
Felt like I was sleeping.
Yeah, but also, yeah, that's super interesting though.
And Ogre says that yes, loved Conan Traveling. Just finished the series a couple days ago. Nice.
So they're not coming out with any new episodes? It's like done?
Well, isn't Conan? Is he the one who just retired?
Did he retire?
I feel like one of the late night people just did. I don't remember if it was Conan or someone else. I think it was Conan. Yeah, so Paul Rudd, who's, Ant-Man, he and Conan have this, like, long-running gag where Paul Rudd's like, oh, I want to show you a clip of something I've been working on. So then he shows this clip, and it's this video from this, like, kind of, it came out around the same time as E.T., and it's, like, this little boy is in a wheelchair, and he falls down this, like, whole hill and ends up in this big pond waterfall thing. And this like weird looking alien is like, whoa, and like that's the end of the clip. But so apparently like anytime Paul Rudd is on Conan's show, somehow he always manages to be like, oh, let me show you this clip.
Yeah.
And it's always the same one. Yeah. But like it's been going on for years. So like I guess Paul Rudd was one of the last guests on Conan's show, and he's like, oh, I have this clip I have to show you. And so he showed it, and then he's like, oh, but I'm working on another project. Like let me just it was the same clip. But it was funny because like I was actually convinced. I'm like, oh, he's gonna show a different clip. But no.
Always working on the same thing.
But yeah, you can Google it, I'm sure. I don't remember what the movie's called. But the only reason why I know about that is because we do a weekly trivia. And they showed that clip, and it's like, oh, what's this movie? And I'm like, I have no idea. But so Sea Tiger like looked into, or like we got the answer, and then Sea Tiger was looking into it, and then through like the Wikipedia page, he found out about the Paul Rudd thing. And then I went, and he's like, oh, you guys should check out the like you know, all the different times he's brought this up because it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch. Oh, I think the first time he showed it was during the near the Friends finale, like around the same time, because I guess Paul Rudd was in that. I never saw Friends.
Me neither.
At least not religiously. I saw, you know, episodes here and there.
I feel like I should watch it just because they talk about it in The Good Place so often.
Oh, yeah.
It gave me a even, you know, greater love for The Good Place. So
I finished listening to the Good Place podcast.
And you recommend it?
Yeah.
I mean, I should listen to that one too.
I mean, they go through all the episodes, so. But they bring on like different different actors, like the different people on production. So.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I love The Good Place. I mean, for those of you that may not know or just maybe don't remember, we did a Good Place themed birthday party for ourselves last year.
I really liked that.
Yeah, me too. It was one of those things where like, it's not even like there was so much planning involved, but there was like enough planning that like, I don't think I would do a themed birthday for myself.
Again?
Maybe not again, but I'm just saying like.
Not anytime soon.
It just makes sense. Like with COVID, I declared the year of themed birthdays. But it's like now that, you know, 2020 has passed and now like we're just busier because things are like opening back up and we're like visiting people. So I just feel like, you know, just the mental energy that goes into, and like I said, it's not even that much. It's just, I feel like if someone was directing me, like, you know, oh, hey, make this or do that, it's like, it'd be easier, but just, I don't know. It wasn't that much work, but I don't know that I would take the time to, you know, plan something like that for myself more often.
Yeah, I made cocktail shrimp for it.
Yeah.
With horseradish, or not horseradish, cocktail sauce. Duh. That banana bread smells so good.
It does.
I mean, banana muffins.
What else? Because I made some.
Do you have toothpicks? Did you ever go? Okay.
I did, because you gave me such a hard time about not having them.
Because one of the other times we were baking and Cookie didn't have toothpicks. I'm like, how do you not have toothpicks and you bake?
Well, because I said I just stab a fork in it, and then,
it's not the same.
It's not the same, no. Sometimes I would use a knife, you know, but we have toothpicks now.
Yeah, we'll poke a muffin, poke the weird flat cake.
Yeah. All right. Here, before we even open the oven, I just want to turn the light on.
Just take a peek.
It looks like they could be done, because, you know, like, there's certain things with baking, you don't want to, like, open it too soon, because it might collapse.
That's something I haven't watched in a long time, is the Great British Baking Show.
You should.
I think they're done.
I think they're done too.
I'm not sure about the loaf thing.
Yeah, I'm less convinced by the loaf. Yeah, no. Okay. We'll do
5 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so for those of you who weren't here right when we started, we're bringing these banana muffins on a little mini vacation we're taking.
To the Adirondacks. Going hiking, swimming, and we're going to do like a campfire, probably cookout, and eat banana muffins.
Assuming the weather cooperates.
I am a little bit nervous about the weather because it looks like Friday was going to be nice, but then Saturday and Sunday it looks like rain. So we might just have to cram all of our outdoor activities into Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. So NDE is near-death experience.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Wonder if it's like Harry Potter's near-death experience where he was in King's Cross Station. Probably not.
Probably not, no.
Yeah, I feel like I had what you were talking about earlier when you realize you're having a dream. I feel like I had one of those recently, but I don't really remember what happened in it. I did when I woke up. And I told Sea Tiger about it, but I forgot now.
I had a dream. This was like, so like inconsequential and just kind of like whatever. This is not an exciting story, everyone. But I had a dream. So
Disclaimer.
I know. With work, we've been working with these consultants.
Work dreams are the worst.
No, but it wasn't even so much a work dream. But so we've been working with these consultants, and like the head guy, spokesperson, consultant. I was like talking with him, and like I've talked to him before, but like only a couple times. And so he happened to tell me that before working in this consulting firm, he works at the library, and that's when I was like, I love the library. And that was the end. I don't remember anything else from the dream.
Okay.
But I thought it was weird. So there you go, everyone.
I love the library.
I do.
I do too, and I haven't been to the library in a while. Mm-hmm. And Ogre says, you as twins, do you ever feel what the other is thinking or feeling?
No, I mean, like,
not really. I feel like
it's one of the things, if like we're in the same room or something, and if someone makes a comment or something, like, of course, I know how I would feel about such a comment, whatever the comment may be, and I can guess what Rice's opinion is.
Yeah,
also.
I think it's more just because we know each other so well that we can guess what the other is thinking or feeling.
But it's not like, you know, if she's far away or like thinking something completely unrelated, I'm not going to know what she's thinking.
Yeah. So no real twin telepathy here.
No.
But that's okay. We don't need it.
No. But good question.
Mm-hmm.
I always encourage people trying to know more about twins. It's like, it's possible maybe some twins out there do have that.
Yeah.
Possible.
Just not us.
I think unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we went to not in the past year or so. I don't remember what year we went. But we went to the Twin Festival in Ohio. We went twice. Mm-hmm. The first time, Cookie was like, I never want to go again. This is
that
weird.
What I said?
Yeah. And then the next time, but in advance, she's like, what do you think about going to the Twin Festival again? I was like, well, sure, if you want to go.
Well, I know that.
Because I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she said, oh, I don't want to ever go again. I'm like, okay,
and also,
well,
it was
that's
like,
fine.
It was like super hot the first time we went, like so
really
hot. And like, I don't know. It was just kind of miserable the first time. I don't even remember like what we did besides eat. Well, we did one of the studies.
We did one of the studies, yeah. It was, we had to drink milk with our nose plugged. And we had to tell if we thought it was whole milk, skim.
I don't even remember that one.
I think we just had to identify which one we thought was whole milk, and I did like horribly. Or no, that was the second time we went.
No, because the first time we went,
we did the skin one.
We did the skin one where they were they just looking at like similarities in twin faces?
I think they're just looking at like sun. I don't even know like how they could really even determine it because they don't know what my sun exposure has been compared to yours.
Yeah.
But I think they were just kind of comparing like skin for twins.
Well, because what I remember with the second time we went, the one research with the food, because they had us eat all these kettle chips.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And we had to say.
I just remember the
We had to like rate the kettle chips, and the thing is, I love kettle chips, so I'm just eating them. I'm like, it's pretty good. And you had to like say how because you were eating kettle chip after kettle chip, you had to say how they were different, or if they were like one's greasier, maybe one's more crunchy or more salty, or so. I don't even remember, but I just remember being like. After eating the first one and judging it however I did, I was like, well, I've just kind of ruined everything for these future ones because like the other ones were different, and I don't know. I just remember thinking I did everything wrong and that Rice probably did a better job.
Oh no. And Wayfish says when we were kids, they told me they could each teleport to a different dimension, but only one of them at a time. Well, I thought we just told you we disappeared.
That's what I thought too.
Did we say we could do that? Maybe we did. And then Ogre says, when I think I should call my mom, all of a sudden the phone rings and it's her.
We're gonna do a couple more minutes.
Okay. Maybe she has the same feeling too, like, I should talk to Ogre soon. You know what? I'll just call him now.
I was going to just show everyone the muffins.
Oh, yeah, good idea. I think we could have even done maybe even a little less time, but, well, maybe not. You want them to be cooked.
All right, well, here we are, muffins.
So, put the walnuts on top for the walnut ones.
Yep.
Because we don't want Argus to eat one on accident.
Nope.
But yeah, Wayfish, I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, we were mean.
We were mean, and I feel bad.
I'm really sorry.
I am sorry also.
But you were like the little sibling we never had, so we had to gang up on you.
Sorry.
Yeah, because at one point our mom was like, oh, do you think we should have like, do you want another sibling or something? And we were like, no, why would we want another one?
No. Yeah. And Ogre says they look delicious. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm sure they are. Did you want to sample one while we're here?
Sure. But
I figure we can take like one of these maybe, since we've got like a whole extra.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we'll sample it. Though I was reading a thing that said banana bread tastes better the next day.
Oh, I believe it.
Because the flavors can really settle. But yeah, Cookie and I, we used to, not like we weren't like real bullies. But like when our older sister had like a travel soccer game or something, and we would go and we just played on the playground the whole time. If there was a kid who was younger than us, we'd be like, well, we're in charge here.
Yeah, because we're older than you.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah. I don't even remember why
we felt that.
or no, just why did it even matter? Like, what were we stopping these kids from doing?
We
or
weren't.
like, I don't remember. But
This is a good recipe.
oh, good.
Yeah, it's better than the one that I had used.
I'm glad. I mean, I'm sad that the one that you had wasn't as good, but.
Wafer says, "Oh, don't worry, I forgave you guys long ago." That's good. Oh, and Wafer said the fact that your mom ever even considered maybe having more children is crazy to me. I know. I agree. I think it's because we weren't the single child that she really wanted, because apparently she's like, oh, when I had your older brother and sister, like I could give them most of my attention, and you have more of a bond than with twins, because we had each other. So we're like, Mom, you're not as important. So I think she wanted more of that bond. So when we didn't give her that, she's like, maybe I should have another one.
But then, from a practical standpoint, we're just like, there's no room in the van for, there's one more seat in the van for another.
But then every seat is taken.
And there's just no breathing room. Like, it would never work out.
And Ogre says, girls always gaining up on us boys, March for life. Yeah, I think we were ganging up on other girls.
I think it was everyone, honestly.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I think it's anyone younger than us.
But since there were two of us, we had a little more control. But then when we found out that maybe a kid was older than us, we're like, oh, okay, we'll just stop that. I don't know if you remember that, but I do.
I don't.
There's a person who's older than us by maybe a
couple months or something.
Yeah, I think they had a spring or summer birthday instead of our late summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are really good.
Yeah.
I think this recipe's a keeper.
All right.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
I think you probably could get away with half a cup sugar.
Probably, but I think the amount we use is good.
Yeah, they're not overpoweringly sweet.
Yeah. The recipe called for a whole cup of dark brown sugar, and it's a lot of brown sugar. Yeah. Oh, I should hold up our
weird loaf.
Yeah, our weird loaf that's in a little cake pan. Ta-da! Here's the other one. But yeah,
I wonder how thick that actually is, because it looks kind of. Maybe,
I think it rose a little bit.
Maybe an inch or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cookie and I, plus you, Tiger, and Argus, Dr. Waffle, we are all carpooling together.
It's gonna be a pretty full car. It is a full car.
It is a full car.
It would never work.
So we're all carpooling up together to the Adirondacks, and we're meeting a couple of Sea Tiger and my friends, just two of them. So and we have a big Airbnb that we rented, so it should be fun.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm planning to bring some board games because I'm like, if it does rain, we need something to do inside.
Yeah, Sea Tiger already packed some.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he was packing yesterday, and I was like, well, I'm probably going to pack Thursday morning since I was here streaming.
I was going to pack tonight, but I have to drop off my keys to our cat sitter because someone's got to look out for Cat.
Yeah, we have a friend taking care of our puppy dog.
Yeah, she was, because I knew she was going to be in town, your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, well, I had her watch Cat last time. And also I was like, and then she's got to go take care of Ripley, who needs like more attention. So I was like, we'll ask my actual cat sitter friend. And luckily she wasn't busy this time. So
that's good.
Yeah.
No, he says twinning gangstas.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we don't do that anymore. We're not hanging out on playgrounds.
I did go to a playground somewhat recently, but it's always to like play with a niece or nephew, and I was told I was too old to be on a playground, but he said it was okay and that I could be an exception and just be a big kid for the day. So
there you go.
So I played on the playground.
Yeah, I only have our nephew, our sister's son, and he's not quite old enough for the playground, so
no.
I haven't been to a playground in ages.
Yeah.
Though we had this picnic at work today, and it was at this this location outside of the office, and I walked over to the bathroom, which was kind of a long walk. But I was walking over there, and on the way you pass this playground, and I thought, that playground looks pretty fun. And there were a lot of kids playing on it, so I'm like, well, I'm obviously not going to do anything. But I thought it looked like they were having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought if I was a kid, I would definitely want to play on that playground.
Totally unrelated, I was at least going to show Wakewish that I did dye my hair blue.
I'm going to actually use the bathroom.
Yeah.
You should get closer to the
camera
somehow.
It's new, but I don't think you can really see in this lighting, which is a shame. But I'm sure there will be future weeks where it will show better. Because I didn't want it to be like my whole head blue, because I was like, well, it's gonna like my hair will grow in, and then like you'll have like the brown roots and then like blue hair. So I kind of like gradually, like the end is like mostly blue, and then like it kind of transitions to get more blue. So so that's new for me. Really the biggest thing is yeah, I was like super excited. I've always wanted blue hair, so I was pretty excited. And the nice thing is that when I do have it back in a ponytail like this, I don't feel like it's too much for work, because like at least from the front it like mostly just looks like normal, but then then it's blue. So but yeah, the biggest thing is you're not supposed to like get your hair wet, because like the more you wash it, then the blue comes out, kind of thing. So I mean, I had already switched to only washing my hair like once a week, but it looks pretty greasy in the meantime. So so most of the time it's just in a ponytail anyways these days.
I was wondering, was it a long appointment?
I think it was like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty long.
Yeah. Because like first because I mean they have to bleach it first, and then they wash your hair, and then they dry it, and then they put on the blue, and then they wash it again, and then dry it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it took a while. But I felt bad because I was the only person in there. Like, everybody else had left for the day. It was just me and the one stylist, because I went after work. So, like, we were done at 7, but I did feel bad that it's like, oh, you're only here because of me. Like, I'm sorry.
I was wondering also, like, was it, I mean, you don't have to tell me the price, but was it pricey?
It was more like, well, so I went to an organic hair salon where they only use organic products. So, of course, that's going to make it more expensive from the get-go. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like, I have my, like, allowance for the month. So I had been, like, saving up for it, but I hadn't saved up enough. So now I'm already at, like, my July maximum kind of thing. So it's like, oh, I better not spend more money. But, like, it's just like my fun money, you know. So like dyeing my hair, going out to eat with friends. Like if me and Argus go out to eat, that doesn't count. It's kind of like not really a strict sort of allowance, but I feel like it does help me not buy useless things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will tell you, it cost, I think it was 170-ish, but then with the tip, it was like, because you're supposed to tip like 15 to 20% for hair things. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're killing me. So
Yeah.
I left a pretty big tip, especially since she was
Since
the
you
last
stayed
one
late.
there. Yeah. Yeah, so it was pricey, but I almost think it probably would have been cheaper if I did just do my whole head, because then they don't have to like go in and like be so strategic about it.
Yeah, and do the streaks.
Yeah, but once the blue fades, I do plan to get another color in there, and I hope it's cheaper since they don't have to bleach it. They can just, you know, go right over the old spots. So someday maybe I'll have a new color, but
Okay.
yeah, it's a fun new experiment. I figure, I think for my birthday maybe, if that's when I dye again,
Dye your hair.
dye my hair. Yeah. I
She's
think
not gonna have a near-death experience
no,
here.
no. I think that maybe I'll have like a birthday fund or something that goes towards it to
Okay.
like help pay for it.
See,
so.
and my big plan for my birthday
Yeah.
is to have a vanilla ice cream cake. I'm pretty excited. Because, so back when I lived in Ohio by myself, you know, first year, fresh out of college, I was like, I'm going to buy myself a vanilla ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. So I was like all excited because I went to Dairy Queen, or I like called or something, put an order in, vanilla.
Yeah.
And then when I got the cake, and it was a full-size cake, mind you, so me eating this by myself, I had like one piece a day.
Yeah, it
so
must have taken forever to eat.
it did. But I was so disappointed when I cut into the cake and it was a regular vanilla chocolate, and I'm like, can't you follow directions? So, oh, and Ogre says, wow, expensive. We gotta go crazy. Gotta
Go a little crazy sometimes. Exactly, and yeah, the fact that I was like, I always wanted blue hair, so I'm like, this is gonna be my time to just have blue hair. So, yeah.
So that was a failed vanilla cake. I mean, I know. I'm sorry. This is a boring story. but then fast forward to I think the next year, Cookie and I, we had an apartment together because I had moved up to Buffalo, and Cookie was like, oh, I'm getting us an ice cream cake. So I was like, okay, like that's fine by me. And I don't remember if you told me in advance that it was vanilla.
I don't remember
Or
either.
if you
I might have let it be a surprise.
But it was like the best ice cream cake because it was vanilla. And it was a frozen custard place, and it was so good. And I just keep thinking back to that ice cream cake. Because in my birthdays since then, which there's been a number of them, but I have not done an ice cream cake. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the same place that she went, and I'm gonna get that vanilla. Though actually, I think I went on their website and they're not doing cake orders right now. I hope that changes by September.
Yeah, I mean there are other places.
I know.
that probably could do it for you.
Yeah, I'm tentative to go back to Dairy Queen though.
Why? They're not gonna have vanilla.
Well, they didn't do it right. They did a vanilla chocolate.
I don't know that they customize their.
They do. I called.
I
made a special order.
I'm surprised that they didn't follow the order.
I know. Yeah, I was actually wondering because there's this ice cream shop that we really like, and they make a lot of like local inspired flavors. Because they have ice cream cakes, and you can get like a vanilla chocolate. You can get, I forget, maybe a chocolate peanut butter one and something else.
Well, they've got the couch potato one too. It's like
Yeah.
vanilla, and then their couch potato ice cream, which has like what, chocolate chunks and
Chocolate covered chips.
chocolate covered potato chips in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was considering, you know, if the place that I, you know, want to go is not doing cakes,
Yeah.
I was gonna call them because I'm sure that they would do it.
You can do really any flavors you want. You just want vanilla.
I just want vanilla.
Yeah.
Also, their vanilla is amazing.
It is really good.
It's called Silver Cloud Vanilla, and they like use all these, you know, the vanilla beans and stuff, like really premium vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's been a while since I've had their ice cream, and I should go back and
Yeah.
get like a sampler.
I wanna go, but the
They
thing
do like a
is-
5-scoop sampler, which is delicious. So you can just pick whatever flavors you want, and like the scoops are like pretty small. I mean,
for the sampler.
yeah,
If you get like a regular scoop,
those
it's
are
normal
those
size.
are big scoops. Like I'm thinking of the sundaes, like those are giant
those,
scoops.
yeah, no, I'm thinking like a regular cone.
Yeah.
They're a normal scoop. But yeah, I want to go. So there's 2 locations, and the location that's geographically closer is really annoying to get to. So I prefer the other location, but you know, I don't want to go there just for ice cream. It's like I want to be going there like either
For some other reason.
maybe like on my way back from golfing on a weekend or something.
Mhm.
It's a good time to go. We've gone after golf before. But yeah, I don't think I mean, I don't have anything
Yeah. We
extreme.
we finished making our muffins and bread.
I know, I was initially thinking that I could have brought ingredients because I was considering making those like peanut butter granola ball bite things.
Yeah.
So I thought like, oh, while that's baking, we could be making that. But then I would need my food processor,
Yep.
and I'm not going to transport that.
No,
so,
that thing's huge.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I could have. I don't know. Or I could have like blended up the oat flour in advance and brought it over. But
Yeah. It's all right.
yeah, because Sea Tiger asked me like, oh, are you gonna? Because I've made these. They're called Giddy Up Energy Bites, and they have like ground up espresso beans and almond butter,
Mhm.
cocoa powder, dates. Can't remember what else, but like they're not overwhelmingly sweet and they're not overwhelmingly coffee flavored, but it's just like a really nice balance of flavors. So Sea Tiger's like, oh, are you gonna make those? And I'm like, well, we don't have the right ingredients, and you know, I
Don't feel like going out to buy it.
I was like, I don't feel like buying it. I don't feel like making them. So I was like, I thought we would just, you know, do the peanut butter ones because they're easier.
Mhm. Yeah, sounds good.
So, but yeah, I mean, we'll see if I actually get around to doing it. It'll have to be tomorrow morning before we go.
Mhm. Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's it for today.
Yeah, so short stream, but you know, we'll be back next week,
Yeah.
probably playing a game.
Yeah. Maybe Toe Jam and Earl finally. That was our original plan.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think our computer should be all set now, so we can do a video game. So,
All right.
all right.
Well, thank you guys for watching. We always appreciate it.
Yep. Yes, we'll be
Yeah.
back next week.
Eric says we're the best. See you next time.
Oh,
See you
well,
next
thank
time.
you. See you next
Thanks.
time. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.